There you are. Hello. Nice to see you again. Welcome. This is Keith knocking the table. Keith from the Keith Speaking Academy, here to help you speak better English and give better answers and get a higher score on the IELTS speaking test. Welcome. Today we've got the exciting topic of, the exciting topic of street markets. And we'll be talking about shopping, vocabulary, idioms. We'll be looking inside the Facebook group, some of your comments there. I've also got a fantastic interview with a teacher to give you some more tips about learning English today. All of that. But first of all, let's begin with a little bit of this. Hello, my friends. How are you? Listen, it's great to see you here. If you don't know me, my name is Keith, and I run this thing called the Keith Speaking Academy. Basically, there I run online courses for people who want to improve their English and also particularly preparing for the IELTS speaking test. I do have a couple of online courses that you can find on the website. One of them is the IELTS Speaking Get a Band 7 Plus, and that is kind of a complete course to help prepare you for the IELTS speaking test. Strategies, model answers, language, idioms, pronunciation, all of that. And also, I've got this course, right, which is a fluency course. It's called Fluency for IELTS Speaking. But just to let you know, I'm actually going to change the name of this. I'm going to change the name to Fluent Grammar for IELTS. It's the same course. It's just that I've realized, and from feedback from students, it's very much about grammar and spoken grammar and getting you to activate spoken grammar. So I've just changed the name to Fluent Grammar. I'm going to change in the next week. So when you see that, it's not a new course. It's the same course, Fluency for IELTS Speaking, but now it's called Fluent Grammar for IELTS Speaking. And you can find out all about these on the website. If you go to my website, don't go there. That's the Facebook group. Go to the website, Keith Speaking Academy. And if you go there, you can just click on, well, if you click on the online courses button up there, you'll be able to see the courses. You get a bit of information there, and you can just click and find out more information. And if you're interested or you want to follow the courses, you can do that straight away and help you with your speaking. Fantastic. Good. Now then, the other day I was, it was at the start of the week. I was invited by a gentleman. I was invited by an amazing gentleman to have an interview on his channel. I don't know if you know this guy. Some of you may know him, Simajit Singh. He's a motivational speaker. He trains leaders and business people around the world. Very, very interesting guy. And we had a conversation about the importance of communication skills, traveling abroad and communicating with people. And we talked about also learning English. And he has recorded that. That's going on his channel in March, and I will let you know when that comes up. But what was interesting is we were talking about mindset, about the importance of mindset when you're doing interviews, hello, like IELTS, when you're speaking to foreign people in English, or when you're learning English. Because a lot of people find learning English as a headache, that it's just difficult. I have to work so hard on the grammar. I have to memorize so many things. It's a real headache. And it's so not necessary. Learning English does not have to be difficult. It does not have to be a headache. What it should be is a change of mindset to think learning English is fun. It's exciting. I enjoy it. And I tell students all the time, go and enjoy the exam. And they're like, what? Enjoy the exam? Are you mad? And I say, really? When you have your test next week, my tip for your test is go and enjoy the exam. Because that change in mindset, everything, it's just fantastic. Everything else changes. And you do so much better. Anyway, I will let you know more about that interview when it appears and comes up. Okay, so how are we doing today? Jordan's here. Hello, nice. Hi, Keith. Hope you're doing well today. I'm doing very well today. Thank you very much. You're going to hear more from Jordan later on. Let's see who else is in the house. Fateme, I'm in Australia. I would really like to learn with you. Well, please do. You're here now. Ontranchi as well. Rororiri. Nice to see you. Diksha Mahe, love from India. Great. Faith, the other day. Is that a correct expression? Oh, yes. The other day means a few days ago. Absolutely. Iakshmi E, nice to see you here. Love IELTS is asking me, where are you from? Please tell us where you are from. I'm from Manchester in England, but I live in Spain because there's more sunshine here. Great. Good. Naja Mohammed, nice to see you. Jane, hi. Nice to see you as well. Eddie and Islam. Keith, how old are you, sir? Ooh, personal question. Very early in the morning for that question, my friend. I am 54, my friend. Mariam says, I've just come here to tell you how much I love you and I owe you because of you. I'm now an English teacher. Oh, brilliant. All the way from Iran. Mariam, that's brilliant to hear. Great. Well, listen, people from all over the world, lovely to see you here. I'm so excited about today's class, street markets and shopping, because, you know, they're all kind of connected. So just to let you know, today's lesson, street markets, right? We're going to be looking at the different kinds of street markets, what you do there, what the things that they sell, and so on and so forth. There's lots of exciting stuff. In fact, probably, if I come back, a good place to start is for me just to go through what we're going to do today, so you know what's happening. So street markets, that is the topic today. We will be looking at vocabulary. Okay. After that, we'll be looking at street markets. Are they good or are they bad? Well, these guys think they're not so good. We'll be finding out what you think during the class today, the drawbacks and the upsides. We'll be looking at a teacher interview, which is great. So I had an interview and recorded it a few days ago with Jordan, who I think is in with us today. And we talk about his passion, one of his hobbies, which will be great listening practice for you. But also we talk about tips to help people learn English and prepare for IELTS. So we will have that later in the class today, which is exciting. We'll be doing some idioms. So, for example, this one. Do you know this idiom? It's going for a song. Now, what on earth does that mean? It's going for a song? Any ideas? Well, listen, we will find out soon what that actually means. And after the idioms, we'll finish up, as we often do, with a game of Kahoot to review the language. So make sure you're not napping or sleeping. Make sure you're wide awake, eyes open, on the ball, stay on your toes, be alert, because I'll be testing you at the very end of the lesson. The lesson's about an hour and a half, and I know it sounds like a lot, but don't worry, time flies when you're learning English. So there we go. That's all the stuff. Street markets. Let's begin with street markets, shall we? It seems like a good place to begin. Now then, I love reading your comments, but I'm not going to read them all because we're going to kick in Kick off. You can say both, right? We're going to kick in with this, or we're going to kick off with this. Street markets. So in this lesson, you'll learn some vocabulary and useful expressions to talk about shopping and street markets. So talking about places first, right? There are different kinds of street markets. You can have, street markets can sell food, they can sell clothes, they can sell second-hand items. They can sell all sorts of stuff, right? That's generally a street market. I remember when I lived in Taiwan, they had the night markets. Was it Tianyu night market, if I remember correctly? And they would have a mixture. They would sell souvenirs, second-hand stuff, clothes, accessories, bags, and food. There'd be whole sections. And in some countries, it's called the food market, and the food market generally outdoors, right? So most street markets are outdoors, and basically, yeah, most countries have a version of a street market, and they've got different names. Often they look like this, right? Street markets may be a bazaar, and a flea market, right? So a flea market generally is not food. A flea market is things. So the flea market will be often maybe furniture, clothes, all sorts of stuff, right? Maybe furniture, clothes. I say furniture because the origin of flea market comes from the French, apparently, le marché aux puces, and the was it puce or pouce? Le marché aux puces, and the fleas. They used to sell these old chairs and furniture on the street, and the fleas would be inside the furniture because they were so old. And so we translated that in English and called it a flea market. Hopefully, we're not selling fleas now. The flea is a little insect, right? Just furniture, clothes, maybe bags, all sorts of stuff, right? Etc., etc. A street market can be maybe food and things. It's a very, very general term. Okay. If I show you, maybe this will help. If I show you a picture of a flea market, I'm actually doing this in good old Google. Let me show you in Google. Look, you've got flea markets around Santander. Hey. So these are your flea markets, right? You can see here, for example, they've got pictures. This guy's selling all sorts of stuff. He's going to the wrong place. Stay with me. He's selling souvenirs, decorations, adornments. People selling things out of their kitchen, right? Spoons, plates, bric-a-brac, all sorts of bits and pieces. So it tends to be kind of older stuff. Maybe antiques, for example. Yeah. So those are flea markets. So let me come back. Flea markets. I'm going to add antiques as well, because antiques are old things. Antigüedades, antiques, old things. A bazaar, very, very similar. We use the same word. I know that's used, I think, in France, and I think in some Middle East countries, and Turkey, I think they have a bazaar. I'm not sure. Let me see. I'm sure people will let me know in the comments. Yes, old unnecessary items. Exactly, Mohammedi. You say the flea market is old unnecessary items. That's a lovely way of describing it. There is another word that Yosra comes up with, knickknacks. They sell knickknacks, right? Exactly, that kind of stuff. Can you get electrical devices from a flea market? Yes, you can, but usually second hand, right? Diksha, talk to us. I am. Marché aux puces. It's a puce. It's a U. Thank you, Cam. Marché aux puces. Haha. Right. Brilliant. Good. Bazaar in India. Yes, big bazaar. Okay, so different countries call it bazaar. It's actually a Persian word. Fantastic. Thank you very much. Bazaar in Turkey. Thank you, Fatih. That's brilliant. Diksha. Yes, I'm from England. Brilliant. Okay. Uzbekistan has a bazaar as well. Okay. Now we've also got bazaars are popular in Turkey. I thought so. I don't know why I thought that because I've never been to Turkey, but in my head, I always imagine Turkey being full of bazaars. Great. We've got a farmer's market. Okay, so a farmer's market, it obviously is not the same. The farmer's market is where they're selling food, is where the local farmers come and sell their produce. So that will be food and local produce. Notice this word. It's a really interesting word. Produce. Because you're probably familiar with the verb to produce. To produce. This is produce. So the noun has the stress on the o. Produce. Local produce. So that's where you stress. And this, as a noun, right, is, I'll just make it clear for you grammar people, grammar geeks. What a nice word, a grammar geek. If you're a grammar geek, that's a noun. Local produce. You know, things like the eggs from their chickens, or maybe they're selling the beef from their cows, or the lamb from their sheep, etc. So that will be your kind of farmer's market. I wonder if you've got farmers markets where you live. We do have some in Santander. We have one very, very close. Farmers markets are fun, right? I enjoy going to the farm. In my humble opinion, right? So farmers markets is another kind, and maybe also a garage sale where people take out stuff from their garage or their house and they sell it in front of the house. Slightly different, but maybe that's that tends to be kind of second-hand stuff from your home. Second-hand personal stuff, let's call it. Second-hand personal stuff. Great. Gallery, vintage, nice word. Great. Any others? I'm just checking. Here we've got Bazar Malzwawi says farmer markets are to sell new vegetables or new fruits as well. So the farmers sell their products or their produce. Both are okay, right? Products or produce directly to the customers. Yes, so it's better financially for the farmer. And they get to know the local people, which is also the big advantage as well. Yes, so this is food made by themselves. Almost, you're almost there. Themselves. Well done for putting that in there and trying. Because when we make small mistakes, we learn, especially if I give you feedback, we can all get better. Not just you, Tan Yuing Jing, but you've just helped. How many people have you just helped? You've just helped 800 people. Brilliant. Made by themselves. Lovely. Thank you for that. Brilliant. Diksha, hello. You say that yes, your farmer market is near to you. According to me, it's all about grain rice, right? So, of course, each market will be slightly different. Yes. And in Seoul, there's a farmer's market called the Marche or the Marché. I guess you've made it with the French word to make it sound Exotic, maybe, Stacey. Maybe. Not that it's your market, or maybe it is. I don't know. Apparently, in Greece, farmers' markets are very popular. Lovely. Great. Okay. Where do you usually coffee, Keith? Where do I usually coffee? You mean where do I have coffee? Normally my local bar. My local coffee bar. Yes. Great. The last one to mention, I guess, is food trucks. Now, many countries have food trucks. This is not really a street market, but it's where we're buying food on the street. And if I just go back to the web, good old Google will give us a photo, because I didn't have time to download one. I'll be honest. Here you go, right? These are trucks that sell food. I remember, right? We had a whole car park full of food trucks below our flat in Malaysia when we were in Kuala Lumpur. I lived in Kuala Lumpur for a few years. It was great. My daughter in particularly loved going down to the food trucks in let's have a look. Kuala. Maybe I can find exactly the same place where we went. I don't know if these were exactly the same ones. It's hard to tell. Oh, that looks like it. Oh, that's Tapak Urban Street Dining. Maybe that's the one. It looked very, very similar. I think that was it. I think that was the one. Look at that. Brilliant. So you'd go and pick a table, sit down outside, because it's so hot in Malaysia, and then go and choose your food from the food truck. Brilliant idea. Absolutely lovely. Loved it. So let's come back. Let's have a look. We've talked about different places, okay? Different places where we buy food. Oh, we're going to get someone from Malaysia now saying, I've been there. Food trucks are common in India, right? Great. Good trucks sell fast food and drink mostly. That's true. Well, it is true. It is fast food. I think it's slightly better than fast food, depending on the truck, right? Roro's one of my interests is buying fresh pomegranate juice from food trucks. Nice. So Yomna, you have a specific place which is full of food trucks in Egypt. Brilliant. Which I think is interesting how you spell which. You've been watching too many Netflix programs. The Witches of Eastwick. Witches full of food trucks. Okay, fantastic. So moving on. Places. We've talked about places. Let's have a look at items for sale. What can you buy? Well, we mentioned, I think Yosra mentioned knickknacks. So all of these things that are small, decorative items of value, right, that we saw in the bazaar, in the flea market, like the antiques, decorations. This is bric-a-brac. Say that with me. Bric-a-brac. Bric-a-brac. Or knickknacks. There's a song. Knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. This old man went rolling home. My old man, he played for... And it goes, sorry, it's a children's a rhyme, nursery rhyme, I think. Knick-knacks are small, decorative items of little value. Bits and pieces, we often say. I'm going down to the street market. I want to pick up some bits and pieces. I want to buy some little things. So all of these words, bric-a-brac, knick-knacks, bits and pieces, they mean the same, and you can buy them in the flea market or some street markets. Of course, second-hand goods is not new, but second-hand, right? It's already been used by somebody. What else can you buy? Of course, let me bring this up. Pirated goods. So in some cases, right, and I know this is not always, in some cases we have pirated goods or pirated merchandise. Pirated means copied illegally, right? So let's just make that clear. So you may find T-shirts, Adidas T-shirts, Gucci bags, things like that. And you know like they're for $1, and you think Gucci bag for $1. Maybe it's not the original. So they're pirated goods or pirated merchandise. Merchandise tends to refer to, t-shirts, caps, mugs, bags, the usual stuff that you buy for different brands. Okay, pirated. Can you say that? Pirated comes from the word a pirate, like Pirates of the Caribbean, right? Pirated goods. Pirated being the adjective to describe the things or the goods. Pirated goods. We've got this expression in English, right? It fell off the back of a lorry. If you say you bought something, right, and you say, well, it fell off the back of a lorry, it doesn't mean it fell off the back of a lorry. A lorry is a truck. It means it was stolen and resold. So sometimes you go down to the street market, right? I mean, let's imagine, I don't know, you go down to the street market and you buy this this cup, and I tell you this is a Louis Vuitton cup, right? LV cup. Normally, these cups cost about $100, and I got it for $5 at the local market. And my friend says, yeah, Keith, that fell off the back of a truck. That is stolen. It's not, or it's pirated. It's not original. It's stolen. You have to be careful about buying stolen stuff. I mean, don't be that careful. Well, you should be morally careful, maybe. So it fell off the back of a lorry. Great expression. You can use that in speaking. In IELTS, it's an idiom. It's idiomatic, but it's very, very... It's very British. I'm not sure if they say that in America. I think they do, actually. I think I've heard that in America as well. Yes. Great. Fantastic. Bezio, I'll join your academy as soon as I can. Great. Pleased to hear that. Fatma says, we have lots of bazaars where you can pick up, nice, to buy, to pick up some bric-a-brac and knickknacks at reasonable prices. Yeah, very, very nice. Just be careful with if you're saying price has to be singular. But if you keep plural, take out the right? I know this is because you're typing so fast, right? But at reasonable prices. Just so the other 800 people don't make the mistake as well. Brilliant, Fatma. Thank you for sharing that. That's great. Good. R says, it is in my country, it is okay to buy those stuffs. It's okay. Yeah. And in Spain as well. And to be honest, in England, people do the same, right? It's part of the deal of buying in a market, I think. It's okay to buy. Now, stuff. This is really interesting, right? Because stuff, most people like you think, well, stuff, but then if I'm talking about a lot, it's in the plural. But stuff is one of those interesting words that is uncountable. So you have to use the singular, right? It's a bit like furniture, news, information. So we actually have to say, it's okay in my country to buy that stuff. It's uncountable, even though you're talking about a lot, right? Brilliant. Thank you so much. Nice. Lovely. Trinkets. That's a nice word, Yosra. Trinkets. I'm going to add that because that is another common word. I'd forgotten about trinkets, which are, again, small decorative items of value. Very nice. Good. Nice expressions. Teacher, can I join your courses? Osman, great question. Yes, of course you can join my courses. You can join any time that you like. I'll tell you all you have to do, right? If you go, for you and for anybody actually, if you go to the website, I'm shaking my table. Stop shaking your table, Keith. If you go to the Keith Speaking Academy, this feels like an advertisement, doesn't it? Come on, Keith. No advertisements. And just click on the Study With Me button here. That'll take you to the course page and you can get the course there. It's a self-study, so you study at your own pace, right? Okay, So you can get that there. Of course, you can study with me. Great. Let me come back in. I'm going to take you off, Osman, but great question. Let's move on. Other things you can buy, of course, are snacks. If we're talking about food, as I said, in Taiwan, they have a lot of local snacks and local delicacies. So local delicacies are local snacks, basically. Local snacks, or what we call specialities. It's not a plus, it's equals. You know, so maybe, I know, maybe in, gosh, when I was in Jinan in China, they had yang rou chuar, they called it. Lamb skewer. They had lamb skewers on the street. They had like a barbecue and they would be roasting lamb skewers. And those were the delicacies, the local delicacies or specialities, right? Local delicacy. I'm not sure where it comes from. If it's not from delicate, but delicacy. Can you say it with me? Delicacy. 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 Maybe I should go the other way around. Delicacy. 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 A local delicacy. Nice. Speciality. Yeah, I can't say it. Speciality. Shall. Speciality. 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 A local speciality. Skewers are a local speciality. Hamburgers may be a local speciality. I'm sure you've got local delicacies where you live. Looking at all those food trucks and stuff like that, you must have some. I had a picture of a local speciality somewhere. Here we go. Local speciality in Spain, sardines on the barbecue with bits of salt. Makes it very tasty, and they've got this nice kind of charcoal flavour. Over here in Spain, on the beaches, you can get barbecued sardines. Very, very popular. Really delicious. And they make you thirsty, so you have to drink a lot as well. Brilliant. Delicacy, says Sarah. Yes, it's a delicacy. Nice. Yeah, that's a nice way. Delicacy. But be careful, it's not delicacy. When you speak, it's a delicacy. Brilliant. Tanzia is telling us that in her country, fuka is a local delicacy. Nice. Brilliant. Paula, in floating markets. Oh, of course, right? In Thailand, you have the floating markets. The variety of local delicacies is sold. Yes. I'm just going to help you. A variety of local delicacies. I know you say is because it's a variety, but a variety of local delicacies is sold or are sold because delicacies. You can use both of those. Ma chang hang. Really, it is very delicious. Roasted lamb from Xinjiang. Yes, absolutely. I think there's a lot of provinces in China that have that, right? We have street food cars. Great. What are skewers? So skewers, spelled like this. Skewers are sticks with pieces of food on them. Let me show you. Let's come to Google. A lot of countries have skewers, right? Skewers are very, very popular on barbecues. You can have lamb skewer, beef skewers, vegetable skewers. You put them on a stick, put them on the fire or the grill. Yeah, normally a grill or a barbecue. Those are the skewers. Nice. Very good. Delicioso. Delicioso. Delicious, my friend. Yes, indeed. Kebab. Yes. Kebabs. Exactly. Kebabs are, I don't know if it's the same as a skewer. I thought a kebab was with the bread, like the pita bread. But maybe, I don't know. Kazakh's local delicacies are barulsak, kazi, kurt, and beshbarmak. Fantastic. Great. And that's great. And you know, in IELTS speaking or speaking to a foreigner, you can use your own words like barulsak. Sometimes it's a good idea then to explain what it is, right? Our local delicacies are barulsak, which is a kind of I don't know, maybe it's a kind of skewer. Maybe it's a kind of meat with special spices. Maybe it's a kind of soup, which is a kind of, and then you can explain it, right? Nice. Q8 kebab is one of the local specialities. Lovely, right? That's nice. Facebook user. I'm just going to help you with the plural because when you say one of many, it's one of lots, many lots. So specialities, one of the local specialities with the S, right? Brilliant. Thank you for sharing for everybody. That's so nice. Okay, so let's move on. Where was I? I was over here, right? Snacks, local specialities. Prices. I'm going to talk about prices. But before I talk about prices, I do need... I need what? I need a drink. Badab-shee-be-doo-be-doo-be-doo-be, bum bum bum. Prices. If something is on sale. So if something is cheaper than normally, we say it's on sale, it's on offer, or there is a discount of, right? If the price is cheaper than normal, we can say notice it's on sale. Not in, not at, not under. It's on sale. It's on offer. Or there's, if we're speaking. Try and use the contraction when you're speaking, right? There's a discount of 20%. Or there's 20% off. Simple as that. 20% off and a discount of 20%. This tends to be in the shopping malls and in the supermarkets. You don't usually see that in the street markets, but you will see it's on offer, it's on sale. You could see that in the street markets. Now, if you want to negotiate the price, right? If you want to negotiate the price, you can okay, you can haggle. I just put to, and I know it's not you can to, but just to make it clear, it's a verb. To haggle is to negotiate the price. So this is classic markets, right? Classic markets. The guy says, right, this cup, 500. And you say, no, 300. Okay, 450. No, 350. 425. 375. What's your last offer? 390. A deal. Thank you. You're haggling, right? You're negotiating the price. To haggle. Can you say that? Haggle. Haggle. I like to haggle. Bargain. Bargain. I like to bargain. Wrangle. Wrangle. I like to wrangle over the price. All the same. They all mean the same, right? To haggle, to bargain, To wrangle over the price. This one is more informal, but again, for speaking, absolutely fine. Nice. So some examples there, maybe. You could say, I enjoy haggling. Haggling. It sounds like Scottish haggis for New Year. I like haggling so I can get the best price. I don't know how to bargain. That's true. I'm terrible at bargaining. So to bargain, right, notice, is a verb, but also it is a noun. So a bargain is something that is a good price. So you can find a bargain. If you go shopping in the street market, you can find a bargain, or you can get a bargain. This market is a good place to get a good bargain. To get a bargain or to get a good bargain, right? I know you can't have a bad bargain because a bargain is already good, but a good bargain just makes it even better, even cheaper. Okay, nice. You guys, I'm sure some of you like to haggle. Asra says, I like to haggle. My aunt is fond of haggling. She is just brilliant. Now that's interesting. She is brilliant. I'm not going to say in because it has to be at. She's good at, brilliant at, terrible at, hopeless at doing something, right? Tanzia, thank you very much for that. That's really nice. Helps everybody pick up the right preposition. Shurusta, I love Churusta. I love to haggle or bargain. Right. Stacy says I'm bad at bargaining. She's a quick learner. Great. Getting a Nike Air Jordan at $1 is a huge bargain. It also fell off the back of a lorry, my friend. Samia says years ago I like haggling, but now I don't. Haggling double G. I love the way you British people pronounce the words. Great. Ahmed, I'm good at getting... So this is great. We're getting better and better because Ahmed has got I'm good at... Great. I'm good at doing something. I'm good at bargaining. I'm good at getting. So the preposition... If there's a verb after a preposition, it's always ing. I'm good at haggling. I'm good at speaking English. I'm hopeless at bargaining. I'm good at getting a bargain. Good at getting bargain. I forgot the You see, even I make mistakes. Even I make mistakes. Ahmed, thank you so much for that. That's lovely. Great. Every time I haggled, I understand that the seller tricked me. Maybe. It's normally a win-win, right? Normally. Duke says, I'm going to bargain the test marker for a better IELTS band. You have a 6. No, I want a 7. I'm not sure that'll work. Natalia says, I'm not good at haggling. Great. Abdera, I like Abdalrim. Abdalrim? I like haggling. Great. Brilliant. Good. So thank you very much. Those are all great comments there. What's coming up next after this? A few activities and verbs. I'm just going to share with you a few more activities around shopping and street markets. Now, obviously you can shop. We can also say to go shopping. To buy is the most common way of saying to get something. You can also say to purchase. Purchase is a bit more formal and it's okay in speaking, but it is a little bit more formal. Informally, we would say to get hold of something or to pick up. Now, I have to be careful because you can't use these as synonyms all the time. They don't always sound completely natural. It's just practice when you can use that. To get hold of, you can imagine, right? It's kind of idiomatic. It means I'm going to get something. Of course, you will pay for it. So, I can say, where can I purchase a new jacket? That's absolutely fine. I need to buy a new jacket. I'm thinking about getting hold of a new jacket. Right? I'm thinking, notice, about preposition, followed by ing. I'm thinking about getting hold of a new jacket. I'm going to pick up a new jacket. I'm going to pick up some apples at the market. I'm going to the market to pick up some apples. So these maybe are some examples where you can see how to use the different verbs, just to give you a wider range of vocabulary. Apurba, I'm not sure you're right. If you're rich, you don't need to haggle. Maybe. Acquire, no. So, Sogan, it's a good suggestion, but acquire is much more formal. When speaking, I wouldn't say I'm going to acquire something. No. You can acquire a second language. A company can acquire another company, but I wouldn't use it for buying things. But really good, because this is how you learn to try and test different words. This is why we have to be careful with synonyms. So be careful with that one, yes? I'm going to the market to grab some snacks. Yeah, nice. Yep, exactly. I'm going to the market to grab some snacks. Claim. No, again, not for going to the market. To claim is where you've ordered something or bought something and then you go to collect it. I wouldn't use it just to buy or to purchase. Okay, but great. Thank you very, very much. I got an example here from Anjana. I usually pick up kitchen items in the supermarket. Yeah, fantastic. That's really, really nice. Okay, lovely. Very, very nice. Lots of interesting language. Finally, if you go to the street market, if you go to the street market, especially as a tourist, right? I guess in your own, well, no, you see, even the street market near here, you have to be careful, right? But especially as a tourist, be wary of pickpockets, or be careful of pickpockets. So a pickpocket is basically a thief, somebody who goes into your pocket and takes your money. They pick your pocket, right? So it's basically a thief. Be wary of pickpockets. Be careful of, or be careful with, both of those. Wary just means careful. Wary. Like, where are you? Wary. Be wary of pickpockets. Be mindful of pickpockets. I like that, Risa. That's really nice. Be mindful. Yeah. Which doesn't mean kind of do meditation here. It just means be aware, right? That's really nice. Very, very appropriate, nice language. Brilliant. Can we say pickpocketers? No, Anjana, not pickpocketers. No, pickpockets. Pickpockets. I have been preparing myself just watching your videos and doing tests. I find materials you are giving really useful. Very nice, great. And you've just passed your FCA. That's the first certificate by Cambridge. Well done, my friend. Very, very pleased for you. That's nice. Excellent. Nice to hear. So we have got here, wow, lots and lots of language. There's a lot of language there. Remember that all of these notes, those notes, I will put on the website later. So later this evening or tomorrow, you can go to the website and you can go and collect them. Basically, if you go to the Keith Speaking Academy, which is over here. Have I mentioned that? Have I mentioned I've got a website? If you go to the Keith Speaking Academy and visit the free live lessons, pop-ups, love them. Visit the free live lessons. You'll be able to download the notes, the PDF from the latest live lesson just here. Last week it was weather. But on the Keith Speaking Academy, that is where you will get the notes later after the class. Okay. Lovely. So what's next? What's next? We've done lots of vocabulary, right? A lot there, an awful lot. What I'm going to do next is, what am I going to do next? I'll tell you what I'm going to do next. I'm going to share with you some Facebook comments. So I have a Facebook group, and if you haven't joined, please do come and join. There's a Facebook page, right, which is at Keith Speaking Academy. But if you're interested in joining the group, we have a group called the Keith's Mastermind Community for IELTS Speaking. And it's focused on speaking skills, sharing ideas, questions, not learning materials, but more kind of posts and videos and stuff, basically to help you improve your speaking skills for the test. And the other day I asked a question about haggling. Do you like haggling? There were lots of comments. I'm going to give you some feedback on those comments, right? I'm going to go into the group and let me show you this, and it'll give you more ideas and language to talk about street markets and haggling. So just let me get rid of all of these and let me take you into that group area, and we can have a look at these comments, right? Here we go. Rightio, I'd like to share with you some of the comments on this question that I put in the Facebook group. Bear with me because it's not showing, is it? Why is it not showing? Let me come back and just check why that is not showing. Let me try again. Bear with me. I recorded it earlier, but now it doesn't want to play. Would you believe it? Rightio, I'd like to share with you some of the comments on this question that I put in the. How good are you at haggling when you go? That's no good, is it? We can't see anything. I wonder why we can't see anything. Oh, how frustrating. Is there another way I can show this to you? I don't think there is. There's no sharing the screen option. It's just embedded. Or, no, that's not going to work. Right, I'm going to try it one last time, and if not, we just move on. That's not working. That's not happening. What a shame. Never mind. I will post that somewhere and you can watch it. It's a short 5-minute video just giving some feedback. But listen, these things happen. We're going to move on. Let's do the next thing in my plan. So street markets. We've looked at vocabulary quite a lot. I'm going to move on next. Street markets, good and bad. What are the good and bad of street markets? Okay, let's have a quick look at this. I'm going to set up, or I've set up a page, right? And this is what we're going to do. Street markets, good and bad. We're going to go to this page, and I'll put this link in the notes. In fact, Paula, if you're on YouTube, if the moderator Paula, you can put this in the YouTube link. I'm going to put it in the Facebook one link. If this works for me, I hope it does. Yes, it will. So there's a link here, and I've just shared it on the Facebook page as well. We're going to go in there, and we're going to go and have a look. We're going to together put notes in this particular page, right? I'll show you how to do it. I'll just put this into Facebook page conversation as well. Fantastic. Now, this is how we're going to do it. I'll share this. So you can go into this area, to this site, right? You can go in there, and the way this works is you just go in, you click on the link I gave you, and we're going to write down benefits in green and drawbacks in, let's bring this down a bit, drawbacks in, oh, can I bring you down? How do I bring you down? We're going to do drawbacks in a different color. I'm going to bring this down. You should be able to move these. Oh, it's not my day, is it? It certainly isn't my day. I know that I can move them, but why is it not letting me move them? Oh, well, never mind. So if we put a pink one, for example, which is a benefit of street markets. Now, a benefit of street markets could be, the drawbacks. The drawbacks are in pink. For example, you may end up with a low quality product. I can type that in, and I can just post, okay? And then I can move it across. Now I can move it, yes. You may end up with a low quality product. If you click on a green one, right? And this is for the advantages. The advantages of a street market. So maybe I could type in street markets, you can haggle. And then I just post down here and just drag across over here. Okay, so you can put, what I'm going to do is invite you to come up now, come onto this, click on the link and come into this area, and then add a benefit or a drawback. Okay, now look at that. Look how quickly that came. Wow. Now, I can't drag your pieces. You can drag your own pieces, but I can't drag yours. But I can click on some of these and we can have a look. Let's have a look. Benefits. You can have post-sale problems. Oh, that's a negative, I think. Bargain, good. In street markets, you can haggle. We've said you can get fresh fruits and vegetables from farmers at a much cheaper price. Nice. What else have we got? You can purchase a host of things which are not available in the supermarket. The negatives, low food, hygiene, safety. Yeah. Don't have any standard for the price. Cheap knockoffs. I'm not sure if that's a positive or a negative. That might be a positive, right? Cheap. But knockoff means they're stolen, which is not good. We've got noise pollution. That's true. Street markets can have noise pollution. Quality is compromised. Lovely. Very nice. Noisy and dirty environment. Cash only. That's a drawback. Yep. Some street marketing is illegal. Very nice. Very good. The quality of food stuff has not been controlled well. Nice. These are great. Street marketeers do not pay much taxes, do not pay many taxes, and therefore it does not contribute to the public economy. Right, Adela, great point. Well done. Nice. So all of these are negatives. Let's come over to the positives. A cost-effective way of buying? Maybe. Affordable price? That's true. Provide a livelihood to the street vendor? Brilliant. What else have we got? You can buy more vegetables or fruits for a lower price than in a supermarket. Very good. I can buy products at a cheaper price. Yep, great. Bargains. Good. That was me. Get familiar with local foods and local produce. Yes. Diverse kinds of products. Very good. There's another one here. Wide variety of local products. Great. It is cheaper than the supermarket. Yep. It is easy to haggle. A cost-effective way of buying. I love you, Keith. Hello. Somebody in yellow. I can find special goods with a low price. Great. Wow, there's just more and more coming in. Some brilliant ideas. What I will do later, okay, is I will take these. Look at that. You've got loads of ideas here. I'm going to go in later. I'm going to take some of the best. I'll do some correction if needed. Some of them are perfect. And I'll just summarize them and put them in the notes. And then you'll have a whole list of really nice expressions you can use to talk about street market's good or street market's bad. Okay. Thank you very much for your contributions. That's brilliant. But I am going to move on. I'm going to move on to our next topic. Not topic, but activity. Teacher interview. So, as I mentioned, earlier in the week, I had an interview with a teacher, and it's actually Jordan. And Jordan, you may have seen him in the Facebook page. I wanted to bring in teachers who can give you different accents, different voices. It's an opportunity for you to see a conversation. So not only listening to me explaining, but seeing how two people communicate, the questions, the answer. That's another kind of English, which I think is really important. Also, because we're both actually native speakers, we're probably speeding up and speaking a bit more quickly, which is good practice. I'm interested in doing interviews with also non-native speakers. So do let me know if you're a teacher and you're interested. Just email me or send me a message on Facebook. And I think the context will be interesting, lots of interesting language. So let's have a look at the teacher interview. This is with Jordan, as I mentioned. I'll just give you a bit of a background. If I just bring this up. Speaking conversations and tips. So in this interview, I speak to Jordan Page. Jordan is British and he lives in Japan where he teaches English. He also has a YouTube channel and a Facebook page to help students learn English online. So he teaches people face-to-face, but also online. Now, in this interview, he talks about one of his hobbies outside of work. And he gives also some tips for students of English and IELTS. We're going to listen to the hobbies first. And I've got some questions for you. Oh, by the way, if you want to find out more about Jordan, then you can check out his YouTube channel or his page. Paula, if you could share that in the group, that would be fantastic. So that people can, if they want, go and check out his YouTube channel. Don't do it now. Stay with me at the moment. Okay. I'm going to ask you some questions, and I'm just going to give you a little bit of vocabulary that might actually help you before you listen. I'm just going to share that in the links with you. Okay. Some interesting vocabulary. When we talk about where you live, people often say, I'm from. A nice expression, I'm based in. I'm based in. I'm based in the north of Spain. I'm based in Japan, right? It's a nice expression. Talking about a hobby, 3 interesting expressions come up. I'm a keen golfer, or I'm a really keen da-da-da. I'm a really keen musician. I'm a really keen chef. I'm a really keen teacher. That's not a hobby. I'm a really keen skater. So keen means enthusiastic. You really like it, right? The next one, he got me into golf. He got me into teaching. It means he introduced me to. For example, I mean, one of the reasons I began teaching is I met a guy in France who was teaching French, and he blew my mind. He was amazing. And in a way, he got me into teaching because he was such an inspiration. He got me into teaching. And there's this lovely expression, to get the bug. To get the bug is to start to like something. So I got the bug for teaching when I was 20 years old or 21 years old, right? You can get the bug for golf, for playing golf, or you can get the bug for traveling. You can get the bug for learning English, right? To get the bug, it means to really start like something. It's a bit like you get infected, right? It's like a virus. You get infected and then you want more. You get the bug. Some nice expressions, okay? So those are 3 very, very simple expressions. Funny expressions. Yeah. Zenit, I got a bug for traveling. Yeah. It's the bug. So that's really good. Thank you so much, Zenit, because that helps me just make it clear for everybody. Don't change the and a. It's always the. I got the bug for something, right? Brilliant. Excellent. Really, really nice. So you can practice those, but you can listen to these expressions in this interview. And also notice how Jordan begins his answers. So let's watch and listen to, well, I'd like you to try and answer the following questions, okay? Where does he live? Exactly. What is his passion and why does he do it? Why doesn't he practice it now? And why do we talk about the number 19? Right? Great. Some great examples. I can see you're all practicing. Brilliant. I got the bug for learning English. I got the bug for hiking, says Hassan. I got the bug for technology, says Lakshmi. Brilliant, to get the bug. So 4 questions. Let's watch the video. Think about the questions. You can write the answers as we go along. Where does he live? What is his passion and why? Why doesn't he practice now? And why do we talk about the number 19? Number 19. Interesting, right? Okay. Now, fingers crossed, holy moly. What if this video doesn't work? I'm having a video nightmare. Mindset. This video is going to work. Done. Right. Hi, Jordan. Nice to see you.
Hi,
How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Very, very well, actually. We're doing fine. We're over here. Well, I'm based out in Spain, up in the north of Spain. What about you? Where are you?
I am just north of Tokyo. I live in Saitama in Japan. So been here for about 13 years now, 13 years in February. So quite a long time. Yes.
That is quite a long time. Yeah. Tell us a bit about your background and what you do now and what you've done in the past.
So before coming to Japan, I took a year of going snowboarding in Canada. And then I met some Japanese friends while working and snowboarding. And they told me, come and teach English in Japan. So I made the move to come here for only 1 year. And then I've stayed for about 13 years nearly, teaching lots and lots of different students from kindergarten, 3 years old, all the way up to some of my home students now who are retired in their 70s. And I've had someone who was in their 80s learning as well previously. Wow. So yes.
So you're teaching the whole range, right? From kids right up to retirees. Right. Now you're obviously one of these newfangled blended teachers, because I know, as well as all the face-to-face teaching, you're online, because I see you in our Facebook group where you do live classes. So you're also teaching online as well, right?
I do a lot of live lessons on YouTube, of course, and also videos on Facebook as well. It's something that I decided to transition into, I believe, at the, maybe I want to say at the beginning of August last year. So I'm kind of still new to the space and learning as I go along. But yes, it's been brilliant. And some of the people that you meet through teaching online are amazing. It's great to have that connection as well. Yes.
Indeed. So welcome to the world of internet education. It's great.
Indeed, so, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd like to look at maybe two things in our conversation today, and one is to have a chat about one of your passions or hobbies, and then talk a little bit about maybe some tips for IELTS students and how they can help preparing for IELTS. But let's begin with your passion then. Tell me about your passion, or a passion. Maybe you have lots. I don't know. Tell me about it.
Yeah. I would say that I do have a few, and I would say that probably maybe similar to yourself is that one of my passions is to kind of work a lot as well, and do a lot of work. But I would like to say that one that I've had for a very long time, since I was maybe 7, is golf.
Wow.
Yes.
Cool. Yes. Tell us more.
So my grandfather, my granddad was a really, really keen golfer. He got me into playing golf, and we used to just play in the garden when I was younger. And then eventually I became really interested, and throughout sort of childhood and into my early teenage years, I started to get the bug, really. Right. And I was playing every weekend, 3 or 4 times during summer holidays, during the week. It was great. It was fantastic. But big problem in Japan is that it's very far away for me to play in most of the courses. So
the golf course is far away from where you live.
Yeah. So we don't have a car, so I have to rely upon one of my friends who drives there, and sometimes our schedules don't match up and things like that. So although it's one of my passions that I've had for a long time, it's something that I don't do as much as I really want to.
Right. That's interesting.
How about yourself?
Well, for me, gosh, I mean, around sports, I mean, earlier in our conversation, you mentioned snowboarding, right? I love to ski. I mean, and since I was a teenager, I had the opportunity to ski. I've not skied a lot in my life, but I've had opportunities now and again to go skiing. I've even skied in Japan. I mean, when I lived in China, we went to Japan, and it was fantastic. I mean, I had such a great time. So that's something that I enjoy. I don't practice a lot nowadays, and I don't know why. Actually, I guess I just get a bit lazy, and I don't get out as much as I do. I tend to limit my sport to walking and fast walking at the moment, brisk walking. I'm not
I
doing much
see.
skiing. No. Here's a question for you. Have you ever had a hole in one?
Now, I'm so happy that you asked this question because 2 years ago I did, yes.
Wow.
My first ever hole in one was in Japan, and I believe it was about 2 years ago.
Right.
So, yeah, it took me. So I started playing when I was 7. It took me over 26 or 27 years to get a hole in one.
Wow. It's not something you get every day, is it? Not something you get there. The interesting. And I also know in English there's an expression called the 19th hole.
That's right. Yes.
Tell us about that. What's the 19th hole?
The 19th hole is where you go and enjoy usually a beer or a glass of wine after you've played golf. It's the clubhouse where,
Right.
yeah, you kind of socialize and chat about your round that you had, whether it was good or bad, and just have a little bit of a socialization with other players as well. Yes.
Nice.
Which
Very,
is
very
really
nice.
nice.
Yeah, that's lovely. That's cool. Right. That was the conversation so far. Great. I hope you could follow that. Very interesting. We have slightly different accents, but we're both British, as I think a few of you noticed. So let's have a look at some of the things that were said then. So where does he live? Right. Where does he live? Well, I'm going to go all the way back if I can to find your answers to that. There were a lot of answers, but can I find them now? Bet I can't because I've got to scroll all the way back. Here we go. Where does he live? Quite a few of you got the answer. Artyom says Jordan lives in a city which is located north of Tokyo. Yep, good. Layla also said he lives in Japan. And I think some of you, north of Tokyo. Good, great. Some of you got the exact place. And of course, Shoko, well done. Saitama in Japan. Exactly. So he lives in Saitama. Saitama, north of Tokyo. Tokyo. Right. Excellent. So in Saitama, north of Tokyo, what is his passion and why does he do it? Well, clearly, different passions, right? Let's see what you've got. Yeah, doing a lot of work and golf. Yep. Lucy says his passion is golf. Sintika says yes, working a lot. That's true. Ziad says his passion is golf. Maria, his passions are not walking, but working. Working and golf. I get the book for live videos, right. Also snowboarding. Somebody mentioned snowboarding. Yes, his passion is also snowboarding as well. But golf was the main one, right? So his passion is golf. Simple as that. His passion is golf. Why doesn't he practice it now? Yeah, Umusakto, you said no longer practice golf because of far distance. Yes. Because the golf course, we call it a golf course. Umusakado, I'm going to take you off for the moment. Because the golf course is too far away. Simple as that. The golf course is too far away and he doesn't have a car, right? Now, why do we talk about the number 19? 19. Some of you mentioned that. Why did he talk about 19? Oh, now I've lost you. Yosra says here, Jordan lives in Saitama. He got the bug for playing golf. He's no longer practicing his passion because the golf course is far away. The 19th hole is about socializing. Yes. So if you know golf, you have to play 18 holes, right? So there are 18 holes in golf. And then the 19th is the bar, where you go to socialize. Okay. Have a drink, chat to other people, to relax. So it's a bit of a joke. You play 18 holes, you go around, and then the 19th hole, let's go for a drink. Let's relax and socialize. Right, that's it. Fantastic. The clubhouse, you're right. It can be the bar, the clubhouse. Normally in golf, you have a clubhouse. It's about socializing. Exactly. Very, very good. His passion is golf, I've just realized. And also his grandfather, I forgot to say, his grandfather got him into it. So his grandfather introduced him, right? Or got him into it. Fantastic. Lovely. Very, very interesting. Now, there is more, but we're going to take a break from Jordan for a moment. And I'm going to move on. I'm going to change tack just for a moment. I've got one eye on the clock. So thank you very much for Jordan for that. We'll come back and see a bit more of Jordan later. But I'm going to move on for the moment to talk about idioms, right? Idioms in the topic of shops and street markets. It's going for a song. What does that mean? It's going for a song. Well, we're going to find out in a moment. But first of all, let's have a look at some idioms. I'm going to scroll through in my notes. Now, you may have your own idioms and you can add these as well. I'm going to give you some here. Idioms about shopping and street markets. To go on a shopping spree is to go and buy lots of stuff. Notice, stuff, uncountable, singular. Some people, at the end of the month, when they get their salary, they go on a shopping spree. To go window shopping does not mean you're going to buy a window. It just means to look, but not buy. So if you go window shopping, then it means you're not taking any money, you're not going to buy anything, you're just looking in the windows, right? To shop around is to look for things in different shops. Usually, not always, but usually to find a cheaper price. So maybe you see something that's quite expensive in a shop and you think, well, I'm going to shop around because I think I can find it at a cheaper price somewhere else. To shop around. Phrasal verb, to shop around, right? Look in different places. So we've got go on a shopping spree, go window shopping. I'm going to put all of that in black. To shop around. And another one, to go bargain hunting. Right, we talked about bargains as a noun. To go hunting is to go with your gun and hunt. To go bargain hunting is to go and look for a bargain. So to go shopping and look for a bargain. To go bargain hunting. To go shopping and look for a bargain. My wife loves to go bargain hunting. She always goes to bargain hunting. She always goes bargain hunting. If something is not discounted, I don't think she'll buy it. Right, To go for a song. It's going for a song. So to go for a song is to be very, very cheap. I'm going to buy this jacket. It's going for a song. Right? It's very, very cheap. So something's very cheap. It's dirt cheap. You can say it's dirt cheap. There's another one, right? It's going for a song. To be dirt cheap. Dirt as in me not being able to type. Sorry. To be dirt cheap. Dirt as in dirty, filthy, soil. To be dirt cheap. To be very cheap. Wow, that jacket is dirt cheap. You should buy it. Okay, not dirty, but dirt. Don't know why, just is. To be dirt cheap. To go for a song. To go bargain hunting. Right, let's have a look. Artyom says, in Armenia, there is a famous touristic spot, the Vernissage. And locals usually love to go bargain hunting there. Nice. Great. Mosen says, my wife is going on a shopping spree a lot. She's driving me crazy. I know the feeling, my friend. I know the feeling. As cheap as chips, yes. I think that's a very British expression, but yes, it's as cheap as chips. Nice. Both of these, it's a steal, and it's a steal or it's as cheap as chips. You can imagine it's a steal, right? It's so cheap you're stealing it. It's cheap as chips, but I think that is also, is that more British than American? Maybe. Gabriella, thank you so much. Great. Nice. Also, yeah, dead cheap, dead expensive. It's dead cheap. It's dirt cheap. All of these are absolutely really nice expressions, all with the same meaning, right? And Jana says, I love window shopping. In here, nothing is dirt cheap. Not dirt. I know you want to say dirty. Not dirty cheap. Dirt cheap. Dirty means it's dirty. This is different, right? It's dirt cheap. Okay, brilliant. Good. So, let me close off here. Lots of idioms there, right? You've got to go on a shopping spree. I love to go on a shopping spree. I love to go window shopping. I usually shop around. My wife is always going bargain hunting. Many things are going for a song on Black Friday. On Black Friday, things are dirt cheap, dead cheap. They are a steal. They are as cheap as chips. It's cheap as chips, or it's as cheap as chips. It's cheap as chips. You can say with or without that. Okay, brilliant, good. Lots and lots of idioms. You can sense I'm moving quite quickly, right? I am moving quite quickly to keep you up with me. So we're going to have a look at Kahoot. We're going to play Kahoot as a game review to see if you've been paying attention and you've been watching carefully and learning different expressions. Kahoot is quite fun. It's very easy to play. All you have to do is to go to kahoot.it, keep watching me, and I will put the questions on the screen here. You have to choose 1, 2, 3, or 4 of the answers. You choose a color, and then you choose in kahoot.it. By going up here, you put in your name. There's a code I will give you, and then we can play together. So listen, let me just get this set up. It just takes me a little minute or two to do that. Whilst I'm doing that, question Gehad, how to register in the academy? Right. You can't register in the academy as such, but you can go and buy the course, Gahid. If you want to go and buy the course, all you have to do is to go to the Key Speaking Academy. I'll just share it with you. Go to the Key Speaking Academy. Let me take that off. I'll explain this again later, but and just press the Study with Me, where it says that right on the home page. Study with Me. That takes you to the course, and you can just buy straight away with PayPal or put in your details, and you can get the course immediately there, right? Directly. Okay. Great. Kahoot. So I'm in Kahoot. We're doing street markets. I'm going to move this across. Da-da. Let's start. Did I just show you all the questions? Whoops. So this is loading. You have to go to kahoot.it. We're going to play the classic mode. And the PIN, you need to put in your name and the PIN. The PIN is 4465565. Paula, if you could share that with everybody. And if you're on Facebook, can you please share the PIN with others? That would be nice. 4465565. Okay. 4465565. I know you're asking a good question here. When will be an intensive speaking course like in December? So after that course finished, I've made a few changes to the course. Some quite significant changes, and I will be telling you about those at the end of February. I will tell you about the new course and what it looks like. So at the end of February, you can find out more. So if you nip over to Kahoot, put in the PIN 4465565. I'll just give you a few minutes and then we can get everybody in. If you can't get in, don't worry. You can just put your answers in the comments and there you go. You can participate that way too. So we've got 110 people. Yeah, a lot of people. Okay. Little Jules says, what is the course like? It's amazing. But I would say that. No, seriously, it gives you strategies for the test, improves your speaking ability, builds up vocabulary and idioms a lot, has lots of model answers for part 1, part 2 and part 3. And it's self-access, so you study at your own pace. Brilliant, good. Layla says, I'm having an enjoyable time to learn better in your online courses. Fantastic, Layla. I'm glad that you're enjoying the course. That's great. Pradeep says it's fantastic. That's great to hear. That's great. Thank you. Apurba, thank you for your comment as well. That's really nice. Very, very kind, Apurba. Thank you. Okay, listen, guys, let's go in. Let's go straight into the Kahoot. Let's start the game. As I said, don't worry if you can't enter. You can put your answer in the chat, okay? Here we go. First question. Which is the odd one out? Which is different, right? Which one is different? Bric-a-brac, knickknacks, bits and pieces, luxury items. Which one is different? Which one is the odd one out? Ahmed, yes, the course on my page is the same as the Udemy course. Yes. So they're the same courses. Well done, Johnny Beck. Well done, Tejaswini. Yeah, 69 of you got the right one. Luxury items. The others are all small, inexpensive, of little value items. Bric-a-brac, knickknacks, bits and pieces, which you would find in a market. Nice. So, how are we doing? Well, this was who was the fastest? Leslie was the fastest. Pavani second. Kazia was third. Let's move on to question number 2. This jacket is cheap. It's blank sale. In, at, on, down. What's the correct preposition? Kritin, you've missed the class. You have to guess. Don't worry, you can guess, but then you can go back and watch the class later. Well done, Sarah. Dong, well done. Kanta, well done. Nova, nice. Watch me. Be careful. The answer was on. It's on sale. Well done. The vast majority of you got that absolutely right. It's on sale. Or it's on offer. Great. Leslie, you're still up there. No, you're not. Duong is back. How does he do this? He always comes at the top. Hattie's came in second. Leslie, you've moved down to third, but not to worry. It's not about winning. It's about enjoying the game. I like to shop blank for a bargain. I like to shop out, around, windows, hunt for a bargain. What's the right answer? You have 30 seconds. I like to shop blank for a bargain. Well done, Coffee Buff. Oluwapulumi, well done. Ooh, this was a tricky one, right? So most people got around, to shop around. A lot of you said hunt. I like to shop. Now, you can say hunt for a bargain, but you can't say shop hunt. I like to shop and hunt for a bargain is okay, but you cannot say shop hunt. Doesn't make sense, right? So here, the only one that works is to shop around, to go to different places. Okay, nice. Let's move on. Let's see how we're doing. Duong is at the... No, he's not. Cassia has moved up. Moved. Cassia has moved up. Min EPL up in second. Hatties and Keith Bro. Keith Bro, well done. Listen, the last question. Da-da-da-da-da-da. That t-shirt is so cheap. It's going for a sign, song, sing, signal. Hi, Mansoor. I'm doing great, thank you. Charmy, well done. Coffee Buff, well done again. Ngozi, well done. Good. Duong, nice. Ooh, interesting answers. A bit of a mixture, but clearly the majority got it right. 87 to go for a song, right? To be very, very cheap. Dirt cheap. Dead cheap. Cheap as chips. That's it. Well done. Let's see the podium. Who came out on top? Will it be Kazia? Well, Min EPL, third place. Kazia, you came in second. Duong is back. Well done, my friend. Right at the top. Very, very interesting. That was it. Nice. Well done. And that can see... Oh, Gihad, let me take you off for a moment. If you're paying attention, if you're awake and still learning with me all the time, listen, well done. Well done. Fantastic. Really, really like it. Now, we've been through a lot of stuff. So just to remind you, if you come into the website, later, not straight away, but a little bit later, if you go to Keith Speaking Academy, you will be able to find later on, give me about 3 hours, I will put the notes in the free live lessons section. So this is Keith Speaking Academy. You can come later and download the PDF of the notes. If you want to study online, you can just click and study the lesson with me. And also, you can join the library if you like. There's pronunciation files, visualizations, ebooks in there. And all of the other lessons and topics we've done, you can access for free. All of the live lessons on probably every topic under the sun. There's a lot of stuff. If you are interested in studying with me, then just go to the website, click on the Study With Me page. That will take you to the course, IELTS Speaking Success Get a Band 7, which was updated in January. And you can find out about the course here. There's an introduction. And if you think it's right for you, then just press the buy button. And you can buy the course straight away, and you can start studying online. You can pay with a credit card or with PayPal, either way. If it's right for you, then go ahead. So listen, it's been an exciting lesson. Now, I've not had time for the final part of the interview with Jordan, but I'm going to put that in the Facebook group. And if you haven't joined the Facebook group, come and join us. There's a lot of activity, and I will put the second part of the interview with Jordan, which is all about tips for IELTS and tips for learning, some invaluable insights. I'll also give you some of the language he's using, which is great. And I will post that in the Facebook group, and only in the Facebook group. So come and join, and you can watch the second part. Jordan, if you're still watching, go to bed, because it's Japan and you must be exhausted. It's late at night, but thank you so much for doing the interview with me. That was great. Really enjoyed it. And thank you to all of you who are watching now for joining me and following me. I really appreciate it. I hope you've enjoyed the class today. Do stay with me. The next live lesson will be in 2 weeks' time. So at the moment, the live lessons are every second week, but I will have a recorded video next Saturday for you. Okay. Just to let you know. So if you are on YouTube, then do turn on that thing that's called the subscribe and the notification button, so you can find out when the next videos are coming. And that's it from me, right? Nothing else to add. I will leave you with a bit of music, and I'll leave you to go and enjoy the rest of your study. Take care, my friend. All the best now. Bye-bye. I like this bit. Take care. Bye-bye.